So let's talk about practice versus rehearsal. I'm going to be real quick with this and straight to the point. Practice is what you do at your house, on your own, learning songs. Rehearsal is what you do with the band, playing the songs that you learned at your house in practice, getting ready to play the show, the upcoming show, or the cover band show, or whatever. Rehearsal is not where you're going to practice parts or try to get parts down. You should have done that part in practice, right? And when you get up on stage, if you haven't practiced at home, and like the bands that I'm in don't really rehearse all that much. Well, one does because it's a brand new thing, but the other two don't rehearse that much. So if you don't know your shit by the time you get up on stage, then maybe you should have spent more time practicing at your house rather than thinking that you know the shit and then you fail miserably. And then when someone posts a video of you playing your set or playing these songs, you know, someone in the comments goes, tell so and so that the chord progression is this, or the beat goes like this, or whatever. Now, to my recollection, I have never seen a comment about myself not knowing what I was doing. But I have seen, and friends have talked to me about what other people are doing. Okay? I mean, but that's been going on since the beginning of my playing. I would get off stage and someone would say, man, you're too good for this band. You're too good for this band, or you're really driving these guys, which is what they needed because their last drummer was a piece of shit and didn't drive them at all. I drive the bus, so when I'm up there, it's my way or the highway, basically. But I still make everybody look good so that all y'all people up front will have all the girls swooning, oh, I love him, oh, whatever. So practice, you do at home on your own time. And at home, you can play the songs as many times as you like. Okay, you can play them. You can play them until your fingers are shredded, or your limbs don't work because you've been on that same pattern, that same beat, that same line of notes forever for practice. But when you get to rehearsal, that's where you put all of it together, and then you play the songs with your people. So when you get up on stage, you should know what the fuck you're doing and not sound like shit, you know, because it's one thing when you think that the audience doesn't know what you're playing, but in everything that I do, the audience knows what I'm playing. They know the songs. Even the original band that I'm in, it's been around for a long time. They know the songs. They know if something doesn't sound right. They may not know what the notes are, but they know that something doesn't sound right. Therefore, it's not right. And when you have former members of bands that are sitting there listening to what's going on, and you are fucking up that bad that you have them looking like scratching their head going, what was that? You need to practice more. Have a great day. Hopefully this helped you guys, because it damn sure helped me many decades ago when it was explained to me. And also another thing that was explained to me was this: when you go to rehearsal, okay, the rehearsal is not so you can play the songs with the band, because you should have been doing that all the weeks before or days before in your practice at home. Rehearsal is so that you can play the songs correctly when you get up on stage with your group, right? But also you should, like, you practice at home and then you rehearse with the band, and the rehearsal should be like a show, because the rehearsal is where you get your timing down, where you get your segues down, where you get your whole set. Say if you're an original band, you're playing a set, what are you gonna say in between songs? How are you guys gonna move while you're on stage? Is the guy on stage right gonna go behind or in front of the guy on stage left? I mean, if you have wireless systems, that's one thing. But I've seen shows where corded guitar players look like freaking Yahtzee, not Yahtzee, but they're playing Ring Around the Rosie, trying to get around each other's chord. So that's where you also perfect all of that in rehearsal. I know what I'm talking about. I'm more than just a drummer. I've been doing this shit for over 30 years, and I've played with hundreds of musicians. Maybe some people should listen to what I'm saying, but then again, you won't, and you'll be in the same spot today that you were in a couple of years ago. There's a nugget for you. Education is key.